Hey, I'm Ed. Today we're going to show you how to test and replace the inner tub on your GE front load washer. If you're experiencing symptoms like excessive noise during the spin cycle, unbalanced loads, or even leaks, it might be time to take a closer look at this part. Before we jump into the repair, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more easy to follow appliance repair tips. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For today's work, we'll need a 1/4-inch nut driver, channel locks, a Phillips head screwdriver, a 5/16" nut driver, a ratchet set, and a flat blade screwdriver. Also, please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your front load washer by unplugging it or switching the breaker off. A broken spider on the inner tub would be cause for the washer to get off balance. We will now need to get to the inner tub in order to check it. The first thing to do is pull the dispenser out and press on the lock tab. Then slide the drawer the rest of the way out. Behind the drawer there will be 5 Phillips head screws that will need to be removed. Pay attention to the screws as they come out and check the threads. There are 2 different types of threads, and you'll want to make sure that you put them back in the same locations where they came from. Once the screws have been removed, pull the control panel up and off from the front panel and disconnect the wiring harness. We will next need to remove the front panel. We must release the door boot from the front panel and the door latch to do this. You will want to open the washer's door. Use a flat blade screwdriver to hook the band around the door boot and remove the band. Once this is off, you will need to take the door boot loose from the front panel. You will then need to remove the 2 screws holding the door latch in place and remove it from the front panel. We will now remove the 3 Phillips head screws holding the damper to the front panel on the top center of the panel. Next, remove the 6 Phillips head screws across the top of the front panel and the 3 screws at the bottom of the panel. Then, slide the damper toward the back and release the tabs from the panel. Then lift the front panel up and away from the post on the cabinet and set it aside. We need to grab the springs and lift up, making sure to take note of where the spring is located on the side. We need to make sure that the springs are located in the same position when reinstalled. We can now remove the spring. The first place to start would be to go to the back of the washer and remove the belt. Then the 15mm bolt that holds the pulley in place and remove the pulley. We will now need to remove the hoses from the door boot. Then set the dispenser out of the way. You should not need to remove it completely. The next step is to remove the counterweights on the front of the tub. You will want to be careful with the counterweights, as they weigh approximately 15 pounds each and could be damaged if they are dropped. There are 4 bolts that are 13mm heads that you will remove from each of the counterweights. Then, lift them off the front of the tub. Next, let's remove the brace that goes across the top of the cabinet. You will then see 13 bolts in the outer drum that are 10mm, which will need to be removed. Once removed, you will then pull the front part of the drum off. At this point, you can pull the inner drum out from the rear outer drum. You will want to check the shaft on the inner drum to make sure that there are no damage to the shaft or support. Check for cracks or if it's broken. A broken shaft support or spider will cause the basket to wobble during the spin and cause an off-balance situation. Here's our new inner tub. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. Now that we have the new inner tub, we can put the unit back together. We will first hook the springs into the rear outer drum and lift it into position. Remember to put the springs back in their original position. Put the rear shocks into place and push the pins through to lock them in place. Next, let's get the green ground wire reattached to the back of the drum and reconnect the thermistor wire, the white wire, and the red wires to the heater. Then you will reconnect the pressure dome to the drum. You can then place the inner drum back in place in the rear outer drum. Once the inner drum is back in, make sure that the seal between the 2 halves of the outer drum is in place properly. Then place the front half of the drum and start a couple bolts to hold it in. Once in place, put the rest of the bolts that hold the 2 halves together. We will then put the front shocks in place and push the pins in to lock them. Next, very carefully place the counterweight back onto the front of the drum and secure it with the bolts, and reconnect the hoses to the door boot. Place the dispenser onto the washer. Let's get the brace across the top of the cabinet and secure it. We will now install the front panel back onto the front of the washer and secure it with the screws. Once the panel is in place, let's get the door latch back in place and put the screws in. Then get the door boot into the rim around the door opening and put the band back around it. The next thing will be to put the main top back in place and secure it. Then install the control panel and secure it with the screws. Install the dispenser drawer back into the tray. We will now move to the back of the washer and install the pulley back onto the inner drum shaft and install the bolt. Then install the belt. This can be a little tricky because the belt will be tight. Place the belt on the motor pulley, then pull it up and over the pulley. Once it is over the pulley, it will not go all the way around, and you will need to hold the belt and turn the pulley to get the belt to wrap around it. Place the back cover in place and secure it with the screws, and you are done. Don't forget to plug the washer back in or turn the breaker back on. Great job taking on that inner tub replacement on your GE front load washer. We hope this guide made the process straightforward and effective. Don't forget to share your repair experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear how it turned out for you. If you find you need more parts, just head over to appliancepartspros.com with your model number. Most orders arrive within a couple of days. Thanks for trusting us with your DIY journey, and we look forward to seeing you tackle your next project.